Good to go, Joan.
Okay, good morning, gang. How are you? Nice to meet. To be here this morning. I have a special guest, Juan Pablo, who's behind me. I don't know if you can see him, but if you hear a scream, you'll know I just stepped on him. We squished Juan Pablo. Anyway, I hope you'll behave. So let's get a wide base of supports, guys. Get an inhale up and exhale. Inhale and exhale and inhale. Now let's go one more time. Hold up at the top. Interlace your hands. Just take a little lateral stretch to the side. And use that inhale breath. Come back up. And exhale up and over. And then come back to your side to bring it down. And while I'm just doing a little bit of warm up here, just make sure that you have some weights with you. A band, forgot to tell you about that. And possibly a ball or a chair if you need to. And then just come around the other way. I have all of those here, so I'll give you some directions on that. And then just turn your feet into parallel and just round the back and then extend to the spine. And then round the back. And open. And around. And open. Good. A couple more. And round. And open one more time. And round. And then bring the feet together. And just go into a nice easy march, just like we're back in the days. Thumbs up our butt. Sorry, Hal. And then go a little wide. A little wide. And I'm just going to go a little sweep from side and side. Just warming up. That's it. Get the blood flowing. Get moving. That's it. And then I'm just going to do a little step. So watch out for anything beside you. A little step with Juan Pablo. And step. And now a little bend. And a little bend. Good. And 4. And 3. And 2. Here comes your little heel day. So a little press back. Heels forward. Send the arms back behind you. Bend the elbows. Good. And do 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Walk it out. Just a little bicep curls while we're walking. That's it. And then arms over the head. Good. Let's do 4. And 3. And 2. And last one. Take it wide one more time. A little side to side. Just like back in the days. And side. And side. I like to call this my Jack LaLanne. Showing my age, I know. And go 4. And 3. And 2. And last one. Just take it over to the side. Just hold it there. Take a nice lateral stretch. Reach the fingers long. Lift up and over. Cross to the other side. Lunge into that leg. And then just come back. We're just going to go down to just an easy squat. So get a wide base of support. Maybe you need to hang on to something. Or sorry, not squat, lunges, gang. And then just drop down and back up. So knee tracking, come down that carousel horse. I'm going to mostly combine our upper and lower body today, but we'll just do a wee bit of a workout from here. And 3. And 2. And last one. And then just switch around each other side. Get a wide base of support. Make sure that your knee is tracking over the ankle. Maybe you need some arms for balance. Maybe I need a chair for balance. And then drop down. So get a little lower than me if you can. That's it. And 4. And 3. And 2. And last one. And then step together. Now, if you have a ball, gang, you could just take the ball from here and then just roll out and then round the back up. If you don't have that ball with you, you're just going to move into a little bit of flexion, a little extension through the spine, and then round it up, belly button in, and lengthen out, and belly button in, and lengthen out through the spine. Let's go one more time, and round it out. And then lower yourself back down, bend your knees as much as you need to. We're going to roll it up. Maybe take the hands onto your waist. And then exhale. As we come all the way up, just bring the feet together. Just walk through your feet a little bit, just like you were at Pilates. That's it. And then just lower the heels back down. Get ready to grab your band. You will need the weights close to you because we will be switching back and forth. So we're going with a little bit upper body. So you might want to have, so that you might want to have a little bit of a heavier band. So see what you got. We've got a wide base of support with the legs. And we're just going to start with the arms coming across the chest. And so I like to hook my thumb into the band. And then I'm going to add a squat. So feel free. There's Dr. Taunton. You'll be glad to know he's still out there walking. And we're going to do 12 of these. And you know how my counting goes, guys. So you might want to count for yourself. And 6 and 7. So watch your knees are tracking over that second and third toe. And 8 and 9, mid back. And 10 and 11 and 12. Now hold it there, just take the band down for a sec. And just add some small pulses. Like I said, today we're going to add a little bit of lower and upper body at the same time. And do 4 and 3 and 2. And then straighten the legs all the way up. We're going into that lat pull down. So now, remember, you're going to come to about that sternal notch. Remember, no boinga boinga. Boinga boinga, no boinga boinga. And then you're going to add your squat. And then elbows out to the side. Band comes down to about there. Little chicken wings into your side. And 4. And 5. And 6. Keep that tautness in the band. And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. Go wide. Here we come. And 11. I'm going to hold down on this one. And then just relax your arms for a minute. And then let's just pop the heels. So stay low. Get a little lower than me if you can. And just alternate. Lift the heels. And lift the heels. You can see this one's boring the heck out of Ron Pablo. Let's do 4. And 3. And 2. And last one. And then take it up from there. We're going to repeat the entire thing again. So maybe change your feet a little bit. Maybe you want to go a little bit narrow with this. Shake it up a little bit. And then, so I'm going to add my squat, still wide with the arms. Sit back. Knees are tracking over the toes. And 4, good. Sticking your butt out. And 5. That's it. And 7. Stick your butt back. And 8. And 9. And 10. And 11. And 12. Good. Hold it there. Add those little pulses. So from the side, my butt's out, my weight's back into my heels. I'm going to do 4 for bunch your knees. Just hold there. And 3. We can do a little isometric. And 2. And last one back. I'm going to go wide back to this one again. And then for our lat pull downs times 2 here. So from here, elbows onto your side. That's it. Tension, a little less tension. And 3. That's it. Tuck your butt in on this one. And 4. And 6. Good. Feel those large back muscles working. And 9, I think. And 10. And 11. We're going to say that. And 12. Now stay down this time. Now I'm just going to lift up one hill. It doesn't matter. And then we're just going to add smaller little squats. Good for 6 more. And 5. 3. And 2. And switch sides. So lift the heel up. And small pulses. And 5. And 7. And 8. 9. 10. 11. Now just for a little balance, stay low. And then just add an alternating lift. Get a little lower. I know you can. And get a little lower. And do 4. And 3. You know that that's not the count. And 2. And last 1. And then bring it all the way up. We're just going to turn to the side. Now get into your lunge position, gang. And we're just going to do some free lunges from here. So I'm just going to go back to this one here. So make sure you get your position first. And then add the knee down. So I'm going to go wide with the band. Drop straight down with my kneecap. And 4. Up to the top of the head. Nice long length. And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. 11. Now hold down. I'm going to turn my back so my palms are facing up. And I'm just going to add a little bit of rotator cuff. So I'm going to add that pulse. Or maybe I'm just going to hold there. And just do the arms. Good. And let's do 6. And 5. So my elbows are close into my side. And 4. And 3. And 2. And last 1. I'm going to bring it around to the other side. Get that wide base of support first, okay? And then check it out before you add the arms. And then drop down and back up. So go back and down with the knee. Same thing. I'll add a little rotator cuff. So my arms are doing this. Nice and close to my thighs. And 4. You're still lunging. I can see you. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. 10, 11, and then let's just hold this one down here. Just hold it there, hold it there, hold it there. You can relax the arms. Hold it there, and do 4, and 3, and 2, and last 1. Bring it up from there. You're going to have a ball if you like. You don't have to, but I'm going to sit for this one. So I'll get a little bit lower, and we're going to take the band. It's going to come behind your back. So higher up onto the back. Sorry, one. And then I'm going to clip my thumbs around here. And I'm just going to do a press forward and back. Good. And I'm going to press forward and back. So tuck your elbows in towards your sides. That's it. Sit tall on the ball. And or in your chair. Or you can stand. So many options. So much time to do it. And 8. And 9. And 10. And 11. Now, we're going to make a bit of a switch here. So if you're on the ball, be careful, guys, because I don't want you falling off. And I'm going to either wrap actually, I'll show you on this band here. So this one's a bit heavier. So I'm going to wrap it around. Now, this is why I don't want you to fall off the ball at this point. It's really hard when you have time up to recover. So I'm going to wrap the band around my feet, and hopefully I get it with even on both sides. If I had a heavier band, I wouldn't need to wrap. And then I'm going to roll. So from here, I'm going to lean back just a tiny bit. Just be careful if you're on the ball. And I'm going to roll the boat. So I'm going to go wide. So pull back with the elbows. And 3, maybe adjust if you need to. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. Good. Lift the chest slightly. And 8. And 9. Make sure you have enough tension in your band. And 11. And here comes 12. Good. And then we're going to go back. Take that band. Take it behind your back again. So we're going to go a little wider this time. So take that band back behind you. Now this time I want you to start a little bit wider and come around. So the elbows are going to track in and come around and back. Good. So a little circle. Maybe your fingers are reaching together. That's it. And 5. And 6. Good. So tall. And 7. Pull the abs in. And 9. And 10. And 11. And 12. Good. Go back to hooking up however that works for you, okay? Oops. And then, so maybe I'll just, if my band is heavier, I might not wrap it. This time I'm going to go a little bit narrow with your arms, so my palms are going to face in, and you're going to pull back. So there is a slight arc in the back as you lift the chest up. Pause back. No pun intended there, Juan Pablo. And 6, good. And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. And 11. Here comes 12, gang. And 12, just like that. So now grab your weights. We're going to lose the ball for a second. So I'm going to do an overhead press. So adjust accordingly with the weights, and you might switch between the two. So I'm going to start, because we're going to start with an upright row, and I'm going to start standing on this one, so that I'm going to get that wide base of support again, and I'm going to move into an upright row. That's it. Pull your elbows out to the side. Get little strings on the outside edges of your elbows. That's it. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. And 11. And then we're going to go into a shoulder press. So remember, if this doesn't work for you guys, pushing the arms over your head, you can just lift the arms laterally from the side. But if I'm going to go with that overhead press, I'm going to have an easy grip with my fingers. That weights are just slightly forward of my head. And 5, good. And you're going, holy crap, that's too heavy. Then you're going to put it down and get something lighter. And 9. And 10. And 11. And 12. Good. I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to take my ear to my shoulder, take a little rest for the old neck, make sure that I'm not gripping, and we're going to do it all over again. So this one's going to stay the same. We're just going to upright row, pull the elbows out. That's it. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. That's it. And 8. 9. And 10. 11. And 12. Here comes that overhead press. So let's say that I don't want to do another set of those. And if I was going to do this one again, I might have a little bit of rotation. So if I decide, no, I can't do another set of those, I'm just going to go into a lateral raise. So remember, no swinging, no momentum, solid through your core. And lift. And 6 maybe. And 7. And 8. No tension in the neck. If it is, I'm going to stop. And 10. And 11. And 12. Now I'm going to go into a bicep combination. So apparently I found it's just called the Omni. It's called the Omni combo. I did not know that, but that's what it's called apparently. So here's to you, Arnie. So I'm going to start with a bicep curl, and I'm going to rotate, rotate, rotate. You notice I change weights, and I'm going to rotate, and 2, and rotate each time, and 3. We're going to pump you up. That's it. And 4. Easy grip. And 5. Good. And 6. And 7. That's it. And 8. And 9. Good. No tension. And 11 and 12. That should do it. And 12. one set of those. Then we're gonna move into a single arm row. So maybe you're gonna take 2 weights, maybe not. And then I might find my ball, or my chair, and then move in. So we've done this one before. So you're gonna take that hinge at the hip. You're gonna look forward. You're gonna take the weights into your hand, slightly forward of your hip. You're gonna pull the elbow up to the side of the pelvis. I'm gonna take a little pause at the top. And 3. And if you think, well, this is getting really easy, Joan, then maybe I wanna add a leg lift. And 5. Or maybe I'm going, no, that's too much. 6. I'm gonna keep my chest facing forward. And 9. That's it. And 10. That's it. Keep the abs in. And 12. Then I'm going to switch your Rooney. Switch hands, switch sides. Oh, pop. And then get your position. Hinge at your hip. Easy grip. That's it. Keep looking down at the floor. You don't need to look at me. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. 9. 10. That's it. Just facing forward. 11. And 12. Good. We're not going to do that one again. We're going to do, we did this one the other day. We're just doing a single alternating arm. So get yourself in a safe position. Stick your butt back. Hinge. Lift the chest up on a slight diagonal. Whoopsie. And I'll move that in a sec, guys. And then alternate. So you're going to do 24 of these. I'm going to move that ball out of the way. And 4. So your eyes and your line of vision are going to be slightly forward on the floor. Stay. It's just a bane today. A tap ball. And continue to alternate. That's it. Good. Keep the abs pulled in, guys. Good. And from where you are, keep on going until you get to 24. That's it. Elbows back up to your ceiling. That's it. Tap ball. That's it. Should we say that's 24? Okay. We'll say that's 24. I'm going to come around to the other side. So you're still going to need a weight in each hand. We're going to go into, actually, let's do this as a double, guys. Let's do this as a double. Take your weights this way. I can't get rid of this thing. It's totally attacking me. So now same hinge forward. So I gave up. Hinge forward. That's it. Get a good base of support. Palms are facing up toward the ceiling. And then we're going to add a lift. So I'm slightly forward. Same thing, look slightly forward. So your head is in line with your spine. Good. Hold a little pause at the top there. And 6. Good. Keep your abs in. Knees are bent. So many rules. And 8. And 9. And 10. And 11. And 12. Good. Take a little break. Now we're going to switch to a single with a band. So I'll just stay on this side. I might want to hang on to something for support. Tuck your elbow into your side. And then fully extend the arm. So we're double dipping on this one. 4. Still got the same arm. And 5. Just adjust the exercise a little bit. And 7. Make sure you're fully straightening that arm. And 8. You should feel that skin on your arm working. And 10. And 11. And 12. Good. I'll just switch to the other side. But we'll do one more, one more of these. And then, so I want you to take that hinge forward and then press. So palms up to the ceiling. And 2. And 3, straight arm. And 4, good. And 5, no swinging. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. And 11. And 12. One arm. So you choose. If you're comfortable with your back. Maybe you don't want to hang on to something. I kind of like hanging on to something. And then fully extending the arm. That's it. Nail those triceps. Talked about how they just want to be punished. And 5. And 6. 7. And 8. That's it. And 9. 10. Good. One more coming up here. Excellent. You won't need your weights for a second, so I'm going to pop those babies down. And your choice, Dane, you can use a chair for this to hang on to. I would advise hanging on for this one. Or you can use a ball, which makes it kind of more fun because you have something a little less stable. But I'm going to take one leg back, and I'm going to lift and lower and lift. So if you don't have the ball, then I'm just going to hang on to a chair. And lift. We're going to do 12 of those babies. Nice straight leg. Flex your foot. Barely touch the foot. Down to the floor. 6. That's it. And 7. So maybe you have to go a little bit lower. Play with it. Adjust it to suit you. And 10. And 11. And 12. Get ready to change to the other side. Take that leg back, maybe your hands are on that ball, a little trickier, whoopsie-doo. And 2, of course, behind you. And 3, nice straight leg. And 4. And 5, abs are in, core is solid. And 6. And 7. And 8. 9. 10, we're almost there. And 11, and 12. Good. We're going to switch sides. Similar kind of, sort of. So either from here, hang it on. Maybe I want to come a little, I don't want to move this because it has weights on it, but I might want to come a little lower for this one. I'm going to take the leg back. I'm going to parallel myself with the floor, soften my knee, and push the ceiling tiles away. We've done this one before. So flex the foot. And 4, if you're doing this on the ball, keep going, guys. And 5. And 6. Stay solid. And 7. And 8. 9. Flex that foot. 10. And 11. And 12. And then change sides. Other leg. Here we go. So, get yourself in position. Especially if you're on the ball, it's a little trickier. And 2, and 3, and 4. Your other knee is a little soft. 5, and 6, whoops, and 7, step down now, Joan, and 8, and 9, and 10, and 11, and 12. Take a little break, guys. And then either sitting to your chair or maybe onto your ball. Just be careful if you're doing that. Cross over, flex the foot, and then take a little hinge for it. Stretch that out for a second. That was one of Paula's favorite exercises. And then just switch sides. Cross it over. Hinge forward from the hip. It's a little tricky on the ball, but it's kind of fun. And then if you've got the ball there, I would just take my feet down and just circle around in the hip. So just circle around. If you're not, you can do the Hawaii thing and hula around. But if you've got the ball, you can sit on the ball and take little circles around and around the other way. That's it. And then we're going to go into a little bit of a balance. So I'm going to get rid of the ball. I'm going to use something to hang on to. And just in case. And then I'm going to hinge forward into an arabesque. And I'm going to lift up and back. And lift up and back. So try to keep the hips to the floor. Try not to hang on to anything, guys. And 5. Just for a little balance practice. And 6. But you can't have good balance without practice. We're just going to do one more. 7. And 8. through any sides. Uh-oh. And then start into your arabesque and lift and reach. And 2. Hips are facing down. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. We're out of room. And 7. Uh-oh. And 8. This is where we squish the dog. And 8. And then take a little break, guys. And then grab your weights for this one. And we'll do a little bicep curl. So maybe something a little heavier for bicep curls. Your choice. You can stand. You can sit. Watch out, Pete. So, if you're on your ball, come a little bit forward onto the ball. We're just going to add a little bit of rotation. So I'm going to tuck my elbows into my sides. Easy grip with the fingies. And 3, good. Sit up tall. And 4. That's it. Add that rotation each time. 5. That's it. And 6. Good. Nice form. No swinging. That's it. And 8. And 9. And 10. And 11. And 12. Good. Get rid of the weights for a second. Don't put them too far away, guys. And then we'll go into this side leg lift. So we've been doing this one a bit now. So you're probably familiar with that. So you're going to step on your band. And this one you get to walk all over your house sideways. So watch. When you're stepping sideways, the torso isn't doing that. So step forward. Or sorry, step side. And side. Remember, if you don't have a band to do that with, then you can do your side leg lifts, 12 on one side, and a little bit of internal rotation with that toe. Otherwise, you're walking around the house sideways. That's it. Then I go wipe out the dog. And a little side to side. And send it back. Send it back. And let's go one more time each side, guys, wherever that is for you. Make sure you're feeling that in the medial hip. Not too much of this going on. We hope. And send it back. And back. And back. And back. Good. And then let's get rid of that one. Grab your weights again. We're going to do one more bicep curl. So grab just one weight this time. And you're going to sit back down onto your ball or whatever you're sitting on. You could do this one standing, but it's pretty hard. But you can bend over and do this. So I'm going to tuck my elbow into the side of my leg, and I'm going to bicep curl. So I'm going to use my elbow as the anchor point. I'm going to keep nice and solid through the wrist. That's it. And 5. That's it. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9, good. And 10. And 11. And one more of those switch arms. Anchor your elbow, which is the purpose of having your leg there. And 2. That's why it's a little easy to do this sitting down. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. 10, good. And 11. And 12, good. Get ready, grab your weights. We're going down to the floor again. So we'll do chest as we usually do. So nothing too heavy. And then I'll move a little bit forward here. I hope that's not scary for you. And then we're going to come down. You know what happens? The dog inevitably crawls on you, right, when you do this. But so I'm going to come down into my bridge position. I'm going to just leave the weights down by the side. And as we usually do, we're going to do just 12 hip lifts. So hamstrings, glutes, and lift up. And 4, good. That's it. Squeeze the glutes. And 5. And 6. You can see this isn't going to work very well. And 7. And 8. I guess you could use the dog if you really needed to. And 5. And 10. and 11. And then you're gonna grab your weights, guys. Clearly, I'm not gonna grab the weights, but I'm gonna pretend that I have them here. We're gonna add your chest and your hip lift. So I'm gonna take the arms out to the side and back down. And arms out to the side. So remember, heaven forbid, I move the dog, right? So elbows out to your side. Sorry, the arms out to the side, elbows a little bit bent. And 5, or Pablo. And 6, let me go this way, maybe he'll move. And 7. And 8, there we go. And 9. That's it. And 10. And 11. And 12. Good. Now bring those weights down. Now if you have a ball, I want you to grab it and do your hamstrings like you know how. So you'll take the ball and extend the legs out from here, lift the hips off and pull back in. So your choice, you can stay up on this one. If that's not working for you, so keep doing that, guys, keep doing that, keep doing that. If that doesn't work for you, I'm gonna just go onto my stomach, rest my head in my hands, and I'm gonna go flex, 2, 3, and change, and pull. So remember, no humpy butt, guys. So that means there's no humpy, push your pelvis into your mat, and back, and pulse, 2, 3, and change, and pulse, 2, 3, and change, and pulse, 2, 3, and change. Last one, and pulse, 2, 3, and change, and pulse, 2, 3, and change. Get rid of the ball or whatever else you have. And we're gonna flip over and go into a little bit of plank. Good luck with this one. So I can either come down onto my forearms. Maybe I'm gonna walk my knees back, drop down to my plank. Maybe I'm gonna come onto my feet and I'm gonna hold that plank, drop your hips down a little bit more, guys. Drop under maybe enough so the dog can walk underneath you. And you're gonna hold it there. Hold it there. Now walk your feet in just a little bit, and then you're just gonna lift the hips and drop down and lift. So stay out of the shoulders, and 3, and 4. Don't worry, we're not doing 12. And 5, and 6, and 7. How about 8? Okay. And 8. Bring your knees back down, sit back into your version of child's pose. Or dog pose. Just a little bit that. And then we're going to come on to our backs. So come on down to your mat. Just from here, real fast, and set abs from here, gang. So let's support your head, interlace your hands, take your legs up into your tabletop position. And then let's just go into your crisscross. So you're going to crisscross. Good. Just like you know how to do. Take your time. Support your head with your arms. That's it. And reach. Maybe you can go a little lower. And then reach. And reach. And reach. And reach. So straighten the legs. And then start with a little scissor, 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 scissor. And good. Side, side, and side, and flex. Good. And 4, and 3, and 2, and last one. And then just bring the legs down. And then take your arms up to the side. Just take a little side to side. And side to side. It's really tricky. That's it. A little side. And then just take one leg up. If you had your band around, I might want to hook my band onto my foot. Just take a little stretch for the old hamstrings. That's it. So heel up to the ceiling. And then just take that leg across the midline just a little bit. Turn your toe down. I know you guys can relate because this is just typical animal. I know. Take your cat walks or near the dog. That's it. Could be a lot worse things. And then let's just take that leg across, cross it over, interlace your hands through, Flex this foot. Take a little stretch. And then let's just switch sides. Take the other leg up. If you have your band, feel free to use your band. Heaven forbid I move the dog to do that. And then take that leg across, maybe the toes pointing a little bit down. My T-band, I know. And then cross that leg over into your fourth stretch. Maybe you're coming through the leg. And then we're going to extend both legs. All things going well, you're going to flex your feet. You're going to take your arms over your head. You're going to take an inhale. You're going to exhale as you curl it over. That's it. Then move into a little bit of a hinge game. Hinge a little bit forward. Take a little stretcheroo. And then you could either be sitting on your ball just for the last little bit of stretches from here, or I'm just going to go into a cross leg. I'm going to stretch out the tricep. Take that arm back behind me. That's it. And then switcheroonie. Take a little stretch. And posterior. Oh, we really didn't do a lot of posterior today. That's okay. We're moving. That's all that counts. And then across the other side. That's it. And then interlace the hands round the back. And then reach your arms behind you, plant your hands onto the floor, lift the chest up and open, draw your shoulder blades back. And then just a little lateral stretch. Take a reach up and over. I can see you. You guys should be patting yourself on the back. I keep thinking about all these people that aren't doing anything right now. And even when I was talking to my son, he's stuck in Toronto, and he says, "Mom, I'm getting fat," because he's not able to go to the gym. So good on you for being motivated. And shoulders back. That's it. And then take an inhale up, interlace the hands, bring your chin toward your chest, reach up. And then a little stretch to on a twist. So take your hand onto the side of your leg, just rotate back, lift tall. Use that inhale, exhale to rotate. And then bring yourself back and around, hand on the outside edge, and lift and rotate. And then bring yourself back. Pat yourself back on the back, guys, for a job well done. Thank you so much for